Good evening and welcome to episode 10 of Den of Fools. I am Den. I'm going to introduce you to tonight's Fools, my very special guests. So we've changed to a monthly format now. So we're going to be doing it on the second Tuesday of each month for, well, the rest of this year at the very least, and we'll see how we carry on. So first of all, I'm going to introduce you to Anna.
Hello.
And then we've got Michael.
Yeah, I'm...
You all right then?
Oh.
Yeah, I thought we'd just bring everyone on and then you can introduce yourself properly, so I should have explained that. We've been a bit rushed backstage, yeah. Then Max and Peter.
All right, how are you doing? My name's Peter Wood. Nice to meet you all.
Right, okay. So, Anna, do you want to start and tell us a bit about yourself?
I'm Anna. I'm based in Oxford. And yeah, I'm quite a curious person, I guess. So like some things that have been on my mind recently, I've been asking myself, is a chalkboard the opposite of a cheese board? I think that's probably something.
Oh.
Yeah, getting the puns in early there.
That's quite good.
Okay, Michael.
Hello. How you doing? All right?
Yeah, all good here.
Good.
I think.
Yeah, you think I care? Yeah, my name is Michael Monkhouse. Michele Convento, if you're on Google Translate. I'm English. Nobody's perfect, and I've been living in Italy for the last 22 years. You know, I love it when you do these shows and they say all the way from Italy. I'm like, this is Zoom, so I come in the next room for the F5. Here I am.
That's good. I think you're the second furthest guest we've actually had on. Furthest one's actually come all the way from Texas.
Yeah, but it's Zoom, so you know.
Yeah, but it's a petrol station though, so you know it's not quite the same.
I thought it was a rock band, Texas.
So Max.
All right.
All right.
My name's Max. I'm from Birmingham. Do a bit of improv every now and again. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and Peter.
Yeah, I'm Peter Woods. I'm from Scotland, and my first paid gig on Saturday, and it went very well, so I was happy with that. And I do improv. I used to do it weekly, over Zoom with folk in Glasgow, but recently, obviously, with the football and that, we kind of took a pause. No, that's about it. I'm the other two, 1 and 2, so it's in the greatest respect, it's fucking mental, but it's good.
Technically.
Yeah, I imagine it is fairly chaotic. Oh yeah, I can see that. That's all the Evertons around, haven't they?
Dinosaur, Jurassic Park in this room. That's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, it sounds like you've got everything you need for some of the games later on potentially. Then, so we'll talk about that. We're going to get on to the first game. News at 10. That's right. It's going to be two of you are going to be newscasters. I think we're going to have Peter and Max are going to be the newscasters in the studio because you look like you're in a news studio there. Anna, I think you're going to be interviewing Michael. Michael's going to be a couple of random people who Anna's going to find on the street to ask about this particular news story and see how we get on. So the first breaking news story that we have. Love Island stars kiss. And we could have lost Anna.
News just in. Improviser lost on the scene.
In the middle of a kiss.
Okay, but we'll start with Max and Peter talking about it. Maybe you can just interview Mick and we'll see whether we can get Anna back.
Okay, yeah, no worries. Take it on you go, Max.
Okay, so you're live in the studio, and we have just had news that Love Island had done something, haven't they, Peter?
Yeah, I believe 2 stars have got a little bit romantic, and it's breaking news. It's all over the front page of the Sun.
Who would have thought?
Okay. Now, do you guys want to interview anyone?
Well, Anna's not.
I know Anna's not around to do the interviewing, but yeah, in the interim.
We brought someone into the studio. Mick, what have you got to say about 2 people fornicating on Love Island? Who would have thought it?
Well, we weren't actually fornicating. We were just shagging, you know. There was no romance involved. It was just, it's good television, isn't it? Yeah. But unfortunately, it was so bad that the other person has just disappeared. She doesn't want to talk about it. So but I was excited because I'd never had a real shag before, so it was good to kind of do it on a telly, you know.
So, Peter, what do you make of it? He was
well,
ghosted
Max,
by his
like,
first shag.
yeah, it's always good when you meet another 40-year-old plus virgin, and good to know that good to know that he got his hole while he was on Love Island, because people usually just come on and they're not prepared to do that in front of their family or friends, but he's just went straight in for it. Max, what's your thoughts?
They got the highest integrity in that show, don't they? There's nothing that they would do to compromise their own principles and values as a being on Love Island. I mean, is that your experience, Mick?
Well, no, exactly. We thought we'd kind of get the ratings because we're up against the football, you know, and there've been a lot of other crappy things on the television. So we thought we'd just have a shag. And I pulled the short straw, actually, because she wasn't really my type. I think she's lesbian. She's certainly lesbian now. But it was great. I mean, it's nice to lose your virginity. It was the best 30 seconds of my life. I have to be honest. I think it's all downhill from now on.
Peter, I don't know about you, but I don't actually want to ask any more questions about that. What I'd like to know is, did they give you football updates when you were out there? What happens on the island?
Well, I'm not the right person to ask because I really, really hate football. They're more likely to give me updates about the Spice Girls reunion or something like that.
Are they reuniting?
Oh yeah, they're getting back together. Yeah, unlike my mother's legs. The wonderful thing about it is there's this new kind of database called the internet. I don't know if you've heard about it, and it's really useful. You can find anything you want at the flick of a switch. So I'm kind of using that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just came in.
New breaking news.
I don't know if you noticed. Hannah's just arrived. As I said, he's 30-second shags. I just want to know how she felt.
Keeps running away. I know. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
Yeah, okay, so breaking news.
You'll never get called a virgin a day.
Sorry, my camera keeps turning itself off.
Yeah, I keep turning you off as well, apparently.
Right, so yeah, we've got brand new breaking news. Scientists have discovered that the moon is actually an alien spaceship.
Well, Peter, I don't know if what I've heard is correct. The moon is apparently an alien spaceship. Anna, do you want to interview one of the aliens?
Thanks, Max. Yes, I have with me an alien who claims to be commandeering the moon as a spaceship. Borg, what do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, what, me? Well, I mean, the wonderful thing is that I speak perfect English, which is a good thing, you know, if you want to command a spaceship in outer space, because it's the international language now, which is great. No, I mean, I've been in charge for a while now. We kind of wanted to keep it secret. A lot of people thought the moon was made of cheese and all that sort of stuff. So we thought we'd kind of shock people and come out now. And obviously, with all the technology that's going on, you know, all the internet, it was only a question of time before you found out. So, you know, why not do it now? Also, it kind of takes people's minds off the virus because there's some kind of virus going around. People need cheering up.
So have you executed the alien who leaked the knowledge about this recovery?
No, a national hero, actually, because we weren't convinced at first, but I think looking back, it was the right thing. You know, it's gonna happen anyway. If you like, we could send him to England and you could execute him there. But I think we thought it'd be more fun if you executed a member of the royal family. It'd be more interesting because I think they're a big waste of time than we are. So.
And is it the case that as an alien in the moon, you might know this? Are the royal family lizards?
No, they're just a complete waste of time. I mean, I find that disrespectful to lizards. Because we've been studying your planet for a long time because that's what aliens do. It's our job. And at least lizards, they're a bit of fun. You know, they move around and they actually do interesting things and they keep the ecosystem going. I mean, your royal family, what's that fucking about, man? You tell me.
Well, we go over to royal correspondent Peter now to answer the question.
Well, I don't understand how so many people can hate in the royal family, and yet we leave Earth and there's still that same hatred. And I just wondered if you've got so much hatred to the royal family, like how have you found that hatred when you've been an alien spaceship? Many miles away, moons away, I guess, or moons apart. Why would you hate the royal family? All the queen
dresses on the dark side of the moon, yeah. Scratching the dark side of him. Well, that's how obnoxious the royal family is. That even out here we hate them. That's how bad you are.
I think that's good. I think that's probably a good place to actually leave that then. Before sort of
We've lost
Prince
the
William comes
monarchist contingent of the audience now.
Yeah, that's it. Before Prince William comes and starts beating me up again.
Lost it, really. Two of them.
Okay, so we're going to go on to the next game.
Meghan Markle will probably give it a like.
God, my account's blocked.
I didn't expect that. So yeah, for this game, what we're going to do, I'm going to give you an unlikely scenario, basically things you wouldn't expect to hear. Let's start at the Olympics. Things you would not expect to hear at the Olympics. We're going to do this in a round-robin fashion. So we're going to start off clockwise. So it'll be Mick, Max, Peter, Anna. Just saying one thing each about what you wouldn't expect to hear at the Olympics.
I think that's a nice new trainer for Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah, you can really tell from the way that he does that triple jump that he's a Capricorn.
Oh, footloose.
Okay, Peter.
I basically I can't believe there was five rings used for the Olympics, and I've burst 6. Sorry.
And here we have Anya Rogalska lodging a complaint with the umpires that other nationalities have been allowed to compete in this year's pole vault, which is also the name of the team's changing room.
Oh, is that a pole vault, or are you just pleased to see me?
Do we keep going?
Yeah, we keep on going. We carry on going round for about just go for 2 or 3 rounds.
Okay.
Shall I just jump in?
Yep, jump in. Yes, we'll carry on.
So we move now to Arena 2, and we're about 1 minute into England's effort in the 5-minute strip. Katrina from Dover is off to a cracking start, and you can tell just how much the judges like it because they've now started throwing £10 notes.
And they're off. It's lane 1, lane 2, lane 3. No, it's lane 4. Actually, the starter gun's just shot one of the contestants. We'll need to make that a restart, I feel. This is a bit awkward. Yeah.
And there's 1 down. There's 2 down. There's 3 down. And this is now officially a super spreader event.
Well, we're coming straight from Windscale, and the 3-legged race is actually a race for individuals. But 2 heads are better than 1, as we say here.
Here we see Liam Liamson performing the 400-metre Liam. My research tells me he's the only Liam from Suffolk to ever qualify.
Okay. Peter, do you have any other?
Uh,
or do you want to go straight to Anna?
Sure. Okay, and here comes Afro Man with a very slow start. I think he's misunderstood what we meant by high jump.
Okay.
It's the championships for men with long beards losing them. That was a close shave.
Okay, shall we go on to the next topic?
Yeah.
Things you wouldn't expect to hear at a concert. And if we start, Anna, Peter, Max, and then Mick.
Okay.
I have to say, in all my life, I've never seen a mosh pit get so violent. People just bopping along, and now in chokeholds, there's pepper spray flying around. I didn't even get to sing along to Roxanne. Really not what you expect when you book tickets to see the Police.
I'm so glad my partner got me tickets for the last night at the prom. couldn't give it away, could you? What a lot of shite.
I'm here at Radio 1's big weekend, and despite the brilliant weather up here, it's actually quite shit. It's mostly filled with 15-year-olds who can't handle their drugs. So the Samaritan tent looks a bit like the smoking area of a drum and bass event in Toys R Us.
Well, it's the BBC reporting, and we are not allowed to talk about the Spice Girls anymore. Fine, if that's what you want, what you really, really want, to stop right now. Thank you very much. Then goodbye, my friend, because too much wanting is bad enough, and you make me want to holler.
I think, is it Anna?
Is it me again? Sorry.
Yeah, Anna, yeah.
I really didn't expect to see the Prince tribute act pulling a minor onto the stage and taking them away with them.
Minor, I think. Yeah.
I think I'll leave it there, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think Prince William's definitely going to be going for us now at this rate.
I'm so glad that I'm so glad that I've got a backstage pass for the Rolling Stones. Keith Richards, what the fuck are you doing? I am not 14.
I think I'm out of this one.
Okay.
Paul McCartney concert. I said, who has the biggest penis in Southeast England? He sang, "Your mother should know."
Was it me again?
Right. Yeah.
Or I think I'm out. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I think that's probably a good point to end it. Right, so we're going to the next bit. I don't think I even told you which game it is. We'll play the video and let you figure it out. It's a pandemic. That's right. It's time for the puns, and for this time, we're going to be doing puns on fairy tales. So, and if we start, should we go Max, Mick, Anna, Peter this time?
I tried coming up with some puns for fairy tales, but they were all just a bit grim.
Right, you bastard.
Well, I got first.
Fairy tales. Yeah, fairy tales are very black because there's no white. You forced me into it.
Am I going to finger Aurora? No, I think I'll Thumbelina.
That's very good. I don't want to like look really stupid here, but I don't know what a pun is.
Okay, just a play on words. That's fine.
All right, I'll skip this one and maybe hear one.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at puns. I don't get.
No.
I think I've
That's fine.
one.
Yeah, we didn't get to check actually because people, not everyone likes puns, as we know.
I have two more on this topic.
That's good. Okay, that's
on.
fine. We're going to carry on. So crack on, Max.
That's right.
Yeah, no, crack on, Anna.
Okay.
I had a pun about Pinocchio, but it was a bit wooden.
Fair enough. So a theme developing a bit here. So to test to see if the princess was true, the queen set up a trap involving a golden shower, the princess and the pea.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay. Mick, do you have any more?
They extracted a Tampax. Yeah, it rose red. Rose red.
This is probably my weakest one, but I was giving my friend Eleanor a tour of Oxford, my hometown, and we walked past the river. So I pointed out a load of cunts on boats, and I said, "Look, raw punts, Elle."
Well done.
Oh, nice.
I never thought Anna would be the first one to roll out the word cunt, but there you go.
If the guy had said that, it would have been offensive. I'm so glad it was you.
Okay. I think we'll leave the puns at that point, and the punts as well. You can donate if you want us to actually write better puns. You can donate lovely money to coffee.com/den of fools, and it will be split between all the comedians. So
And you can
please-
pay me not to say cunt again.
Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? Yeah. Advertising what you're not going to say by saying it.
It must be contagious.
I'm looking forward to the 25p from this gig, so it'll be good.
Next contest. Yeah. Let's do the next contest.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going into the next game, and it's right for this game. We're going to need someone to have we're going to need your blindfolds at the ready.
Oh, I don't have a. I can put the cap on. It's fine.
Yeah.
Put a cap over my face.
Yes, the guest. That's right. So there we go. So and since I think since Peter's definitely got a cap on his face as the very first blindfold, he's going to be the person who's going to be doing the guessing. He's going to be interviewing people. It's a political interview. I'm going to show you the other people who the guests they're going to be. Then Peter's going to get to ask each guest 3 questions. So keep that cap very firmly in place, Peter.
Yeah, well.
Okay. So first of all, you got that?
Can I just ask what questions you would be asking? Just wondering.
Well, you're doing any sort of political interview. Maybe you're a political journalist asking questions about a political party. Maybe you're asking questions in Parliament. Up to you what kind of questions you're going for. But yeah, you're going to ask each person in turn 1 question, and you're going to ask 3 questions to each person in total.
Okay, I know what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead here. We can remove the hat.
Can remove it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have a blindfold. I was going to put a sock thing. So it's a political interview, basically.
Yeah.
So, Mick, thank you so much for obviously coming onto the Zoom call, obviously to discuss politics.
Yeah,
I just wondered, what's your thoughts on New Labour?
I think they make a big racket. They're not really a good match. I don't love them.
Okay. Max, do you think the Tories will just hold on to this majority?
What?
Do you think the Tories will hold on to this? Okay. Do you think the Tories will hold on to this majority?
No.
And Anna, obviously that's like a kind of a male kind of opinion. I'm sorry, I was born in 1978, so I've got male and female, and if there's any genders offended, I apologise. But I was just wondering, do you think the Lib Dems can change things around, or do you think they're quite close contenders to the Tories now, or do you think it is Tories and Labour?
Well, to be honest, I think, there are a lot of swing seats. I've heard, through the Vine that there could be space for change. But we'll just see, it's a bit of an unknown kind of territory at the moment. So, if there's a clearing for the Lib Dems, then maybe they could get through there.
Okay, good. Mick, do you think we should stick with Boris Johnson?
Boris Becker?
Boris Johnson.
Sorry, I misheard. Well, I mean, it's no game, is it? He can set out, and then that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, same question to Max.
Boris? In my house? No way.
Okay, thank you very much. And same question to Anna. What do you think of BJ?
Well, I haven't had one for a while.
Without sounding too sexist, would it not be the other way around? But it's fine.
You never can tell. There may be a long snake down there. I do think he's a bit of a viper, to be honest. So I think I'm always suspicious of these climbers, but I think if he does manage to make a bit more of a connection with the so-called indigenous population, then he might find some success there.
Okay, no worries. And I guess obviously to keep it to politics, and this is what our viewers are wanting to know in that. Did you think it was right for Matt Hancock to go, Max?
Well, he should definitely have gone. I have a bone to pick with that man, and he has dug himself a hole. It's a hole to be proud of because digging is excellent, but he's a terrible, terrible man.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Anna? Do you think? Could you see yourself kissing Matt Hancock in that situation?
I have to say, I've seen some really disgusting kind of creatures in my travels. But Matt Hancock may well be even less attractive than a black widow spider landing on your face. So personally, not my cup of boiled Amazon water.
Okay. And Mick, what have you? Yeah. Cummins came out and says obviously he was a hopeless, useless wanker. I mean, I may be paraphrasing now, but after listening to Cummins and obviously hearing Matt Hancock, and they've both lied, who would you trust, Matt Hancock or Cummins?
Well, I mean, you're both wrong because Hancock is not out. He's in. He's definitely in. You know, you think that he's out, but I think he's in.
Okay. Well, good. Thank you so much for answering that question. I wish you well in your world.
Okay. Have you got any clues at all? Any ideas then?
I think maybe Mick is either Boris Becker or John McEnroe.
Close enough. He's a tennis player, so
that's
good.
I might be wrong, but I think Max has something to do with Alan Titchmarsh.
Yeah, you're definitely wrong.
Small yappy dog. And I think Anna might be either David Attenborough or she's lost in the jungle somewhere.
Yeah.
Come on!
That's good. That's 2 out of 3. So that's good. So yeah, you can never get a small yappy dog or something. You can't get rid of them anyway, can you? So
I've never got a small yappy dog. I guess when they started digging holes, I never thought. Because I thought you were celebrities.
Oh, I see. I was wondering who's the celebrity that just shouts, yeah.
Right. Okay. So yeah, we're going to the next game. This is Jester Minute. So each of you is going to have 1 to 2 minutes on one of the topics. Up to you which one you want to pick. I'll show you the first topic, and you can tell me if you want to talk about that.
Oh, I would like to talk about exercise.
Okay, so you get 1 minute, 1 to 2 minutes.
I get a scream to myself.
Yeah.
So in a past life, I was an exercise scientist, and as part of being an exercise scientist, I worked on a team that worked on some heat stuff ahead of the Rio Olympics, and so we'd measure core body temperature while we did exercising. And I don't know if any of you know anything about measuring core body temperature, but you measure it in the core of your body. And that's not usually through the ear or the nose or the mouth. That's right up the butthole. And so when you perform an experiment, you get given the probe that you put in, the thermistor, and you get given a condom, and you get given some lube, and you go off to the toilet, and you come back with this device inserted in you, holding on to the reading gauge with, a strong grip, and making sure that wire doesn't get caught on anything because you don't want an accident. You hop on the bike, you do your exercise, and when it reaches its set body temperature limit, you've reached the maximum of where you should be. Okay, about 40 degrees. You'll stop exercising then. It's not safe to continue. We'll stop. And today was the day that a little foreign exchange student, who I won't say her name, but she probably wouldn't understand anyway because she barely spoke any English. She sat on the bike. She was the person who was our patient for the experiment, and she got 2/3 of the way through through the time of the test, and she reached her core body temperature. So we said stop. And she had to cool down. She went to jump off the bike, and she managed to get the wire that was attached to the reading gauge wrapped around the handle of the bike as she jumped off. And I was there, and everyone stood completely still, and I was just looking at them like, what's happened? Why is everyone completely still? And my friend Matt, who was stood at the front of the bike, turned towards me with this brown line across his face. And Ichia was just stood there with this face, like she, looking like somebody had just had something ripped out of their anus would look. We had to fill out some paperwork for that one.
Okay. Does anyone else want to talk about exercise?
Not anymore.
Okay.
Mine's kind of about both topics.
Okay, that's fine. I'll show people what the other topic is. So we've got the other topic is sex and sexuality. So someone wants to talk about. So Anna, do you want to talk about that and mix that with exercise?
Yeah. Basically, the reason I said exercise, I have been doing a bit more exercise recently, and I like to. I've heard a lot of people who are getting it a bit into sort of looking after themselves say things like, "My body is a temple." And to those people, I like to say that my body is, in fact, a stately home, in that it is a lot of effort to maintain, but we get a lot of visitors. And there is a discount for members. Except actually neither of those are true. Because I am bisexual. So the members thing doesn't work, and I do actually have a long-term partner. So, but that's fun because it means that I get to have a lot of sex without society judging me so much, which is great because sex, as we know, burns a lot of calories, and another thing that burns a lot of calories is hoovering. So I feel like now I'm having all that sex, don't have to hoover anymore, which is fun. For me, the main thing that sex and hoovering have in common is that when I'm done, I have to carry Henry downstairs and lock him in the utility cupboard. That was a joke. Obviously, I live on the ground floor, so couldn't be possible. But yeah, so because I'm in a heterosexual relationship, but I'm a bisexual, I feel like it's very important to talk about that because there's this issue of bi visibility. I recently saw a campaign that said you can't spell invisibility without spelling bi, and that really confused me because you also can't spell visibility without spelling bi. So it's not a great campaign. And in fact, if you're trying to challenge homophobes, you could probably just stop at "you can't spell invisibility," to be honest.
That's good.
Yeah, that's probably there.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'll go next on that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's interesting what you're talking about there, because my best friend spent £300 on a ticket to see Elton John. Yeah. I thought there must be easier ways to tell your parents you're gay. Elton John just watched 3 hours of gay porn. He said, "I'm still standing." Still standing, yeah. Which reminds me, I just dug out my old Spice Girls DVD. Yeah, it still stands up. It still stands up. No, but it was very interesting because a friend of mine, student, he came up to me recently and he said, "Mike, I want to talk about this because I think I'm gay. I think I'm gay." And I said, "Well, listen, really doesn't matter because you're such an ugly cunt and no one's going to fuck you." It makes absolutely no difference either way. I mean, whoever you fancy, they're not going to be interested in you. You could fancy a 3-legged GNU on the moon, it wouldn't want to fuck you, so it doesn't make any difference. I don't understand that, all these ugly boys, agonizing about whether they're gay or not, because no one's going to give a fuck either way. It's like, I think I'm gay. Oh, really? Well, I'm sure Cameron Diaz is weeping into her pillow over that, you know, like, oh, I thought I might have had a chance before. Isn't this the worst thing that could have happened, you know? But I'm joking here because I actually met Cameron Diaz. I did, yeah. People say, was it strange, you know, suddenly face to face with his gorgeous, sexy, multi-millionaire megastar? I said, yes, it was strange. But after the initial nerves, she calmed down. Yes, that's right. I'm just like everybody else, really, you know, because I was reading about gay pride, and I read that police opened fire on gay pride, and I thought that's a terrible thing to do. But then I thought, you know, I mean, you are gay. No disrespect, you know, a man in full uniform with a hard helmet pulls his weapon out, points it at you, and shoots his load all over your face. I mean, if you're gay, I would have thought that was a problem, quite honestly. So, and I'm going to leave it on that note before it gets offensive. Thank you.
before he says, yeah, but maybe 30 seconds after. But
right, sexuality.
Yeah, go for it.
So yeah, sexuality. It's funny because like I said before, I was born in 1978, right? And I remember this person. I got this gender wrong, or the gender's wrong. To be honest with you, I didn't even know that genders existed until bloody, I don't know, a year ago. Sorry, nobody tells me the meeting. Nobody tells me anything's changed. Nobody tells me that there's any movement on anything. You just wake up one day and you say, "Oh, you mean he?" And then Sam, I can't remember the guy came out in that, and it got me thinking, right? So I says but I don't understand. If I was to write an apology email, my email would go, "Hi, he, she, they, them, there," right? And I says that to someone, and they got so offended. It says, "Oh, do you not think you should educate yourself?" I was like, "Educate myself? I haven't got a fucking clue. I can't even do a pun. I've been in comedy 15 years, and I don't even know what a fucking pun is. So what chance have I got sexual gender? You know what I mean? I've absolutely no chance of understanding what's going on. Well, maybe you should educate yourself. Maybe you should get back to school." Well, funny you should speak about that, because I actually applied for a teaching job, yeah, over in Asia, right? And I was told that my personality was not large enough and I was too direct. And I thought, I'm fucking Scottish. Are you winding me up, man? I went back and done a second interview, and she turned around and she was like, "Oh, I don't know what this means. Oh, I don't know what this means." I thought, you fucking do want to know what it means. You're just trying to make an arse. I says, "Can someone 3 minutes in," right? I was like, genuinely 3 minutes in. I says, "Can someone keep it?" And the woman was like, "Oh, how do you mean keep it? Keep it?" What? I says, "Oh, no, I'm out." I'm a 40-year-old dad of two with a full-time job, and I reckon what's going on. This isn't got to work. So I actually ended the interview, and she turns around and says, "Nobody has ever done that in the history of teaching in Asia." Well, it's like, well, maybe that's because I'm a large personality, you know. Indirect. There you go.
Okay, well done. That was yeah. I can imagine that full interview going, "What the hell's going on there?" Yeah, when starts, you're probably trying to translate half the stuff you were saying as well. Go,
Yeah.
What's Ken got to do with it? Barbie next. All right. Okay. So if you enjoyed all that, you can actually donate as well. I'll just remind people how to donate. Coffee.com/den of fools. So if you liked our fun stories and stuff, do donate as well. We'll see if we can get Peter up to 50 pence.
Yeah, and Anna needs a new utility cupboard. You know, you're doing a gig with London comics or English comics when we're mentioning a utility cupboard.
Yeah, I think up in Scotland that's called a next door flat, isn't it? Okay, so next game we're going to do another improv game. Let me just get this ready. The gibberish translator game. So yeah, for this one, it's actually going to be a foreign movie we're going to be doing. So we're going to have two of you who are going to be doing the translating, and two of you are going to be on-screen actors, and it's going to be a crime drama. Mick and Max are going to be the actors. Anna and Peter are going to be translating. And I think that worked quite well because I know Anna's camera's cutting out now and again, so she's not necessarily going to be quite as much on the screen, but we can still hear her. Okay.
I think it's whenever a video plays, my laptop's just like, nope.
No,
this is unacceptable.
Yeah, I can't even see the videos. That's how crap my laptop is, so don't worry.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's no good, is it? Well, all that effort I put in.
Mine's just hieroglyphics. That's how crap my laptop is.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I think this is definitely part of the game, isn't it? We'll wheel out saying we've got computers older than Stonehenge. Right. Okay. So, yeah. So, Mick and Max, if you're going to be acting out, you speak a completely foreign language. Mick, you might know a foreign language, I don't know. So you could speak in. Max, make one up if you want to. Try not to make it too racist as well. And then Anna and Peter. Anna, if you translate what Mick's doing and saying, and Peter, again, if you like to Max. Like I said, a crime drama, you can choose what the crime is.
Schley. Hit or celebes.
Non ho capito cosa sta dicendo, dov'è?
Ok.
Abbiamo 5 volte indietro che si può provare, che fa un bello grande così.
So, Anna, do you want to be translating as well? Do you want to jump in?
Yeah, sorry, I thought Peter would go first because Max went first, but.
Oh, am I doing Max? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start again on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Pete, you're translating what Max says. I'll see if I can actually change the screen a bit and see whether we can get people on a bit bigger on the screen. See what
That's much smaller.
I know it is. But just see whether we can get 2 people on doing it that way. We might not be able to actually. It is just you. No, can't do that. I'll just do it like that.
Then. Max. Let's do this. Let's do it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Shut up, fair.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Perché le meniamo il bordo da dietro dove ci sono I ladri.
Yeah, it's commonly known that butter isn't any good for breaking into buildings. You've actually got to use lard.
Oh, this is bad. But it's quite the happens now.
So if we use that lard and rub it all over our bodies, we can slide through the grate. Like aliens.
That was my translation of Mick's laugh there.
Should I follow the yeah. What? Tell us that?
So I've got to take my clothes off in front of another man.
Ma non sarà la prima volta, siamo tutti uomini qui, che cazzo dicendo?
When you're in the business of solving murders, sometimes you got to take off your clothes and cover yourself in lard.
So, but you put it to me. Do you put it? Boy.
Mick, will you take off my clothes and I'll take off your clothes?
Non funziona così che va con la banana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh.
Well, that won't help because it will contaminate the oral swabs that we're going to have to do later.
I'm
okay with taking our clothes off. A bit worried about his smell, but I am not eating his banana.
Ma non è una banana, è un grande pine.
I'm not sure that needs translating.
We all know.
No. I agree.
Ma possiamo chiudere le cose e entriamo nella cazzo di cose, prendiamo I soldi.
Anyway, we're getting off topic. I need to go and find the body.
Hey, it's still part of it.
It's over there in the bushes. I feel so silly putting that lard on now.
Allora facci prima te perché sono.
Yeah, it will be a bit awkward when my superiors find out. But hey, at least we found it.
I think that's a good point to end it on. Well done on finding that body.
True story.
Yeah, not the most useful of investigators, is it? Yes.
It's a comedy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Hey, we solved the crime.
you
solved
solved
it.
the crime,
Kind of.
absolutely. Some people
Laurel
were very
and Hardy
disappointed about
story,
that. It was a very, very different movie they were expecting to watch. So go, we can't finish it there.
Well done,
Okay.
everyone.
Yeah, right. So yeah, next we're going to do. Okay, I'm playing the video for. I didn't expect that for the people who can't see the video. I didn't expect that. Okay.
No, I didn't expect
And
that. You from Anna.
Yeah, and poor Anna's video has disappeared off
You
again.
should have expected that by now, to be fair. It
Yeah.
happens every time.
Yeah.
Expect the
Okay.
unexpected.
Yeah, so things you would not expect to hear in France. Okay, so we'll go around the game. We'll do it clockwise. We'll start Max, Peter, Anna, Mick.
I told them to take me someplace nice.
I have to say, the love the English.
Alors, Daniel Terrell, you have been found guilty due to video evidence of assaulting President Macron by slapping him. Your punishment consists of 6 months of community service, which is why we're deploying you to Downing Street, Angleterre.
Oh, the people around here are so friendly and communicative with foreigners, aren't they?
No. We shall never surrender.
Message to Germany, just to let you know, please. We take all immigrants to Cali. I think it's Cali. I'm not sure if that's French.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's it. My name is Steve. I am 15 and I have a pen pal called Mary. And at the weekends, we like to go to the cinema.
Oh, an American word. We will integrate that into our language immediately.
It's someone's cat.
Yeah,
like
I'd say we are getting
a really
heckled.
bad time.
Yeah, we're being heckled by a cat at the moment, which is probably a first.
It's hungry.
All right, mate. Yeah, it's great. Part of the Apprentice. Where can I find Murd? I'm looking for Murd, mate.
To be fair, I thought it was a bit out of order that they decided to host this Stroke Association fundraiser at the Eiffel Tower.
Okay, I think that would be a good one to finish on. And then things you wouldn't expect to hear in a weather forecast. And if we start off, go reverse order. So Mick, Anna, Peter, Max.
It's going to be a lovely sunny day in Stoke tomorrow.
Due to a catastrophe last night involving the collision of 2 state-of-the-art rockets flown against official advice by Elon Musk and Richard Branson, it will literally be raining men, although they are billionaires, so don't be too sad.
Expected snow showers in England. Man stands at sidewalk with the end is nigh. Expected snow showers in Scotland. Get a jacket on.
So, looking ahead at the week, Saturday scheduled for blue skies, but hopefully that will turn itself around because it's my wife's ex-wife's wedding.
This is Jerry Halliwell with the weather forecast for an exclusively male audience. It's raining, men.
We're going unintentional rule of 3 here. Since the recent power struggle has finally been relinquished by the monarchy to the Amish, people have asked what the outlook is in terms of what kind of government we're going to have. And I can confirm it's raining Mennonites.
Whoa.
I'm trying to think of a Weather Girls joke. Come back to me.
Apparently, Kevin makes his own sourdough and has a boat. Isn't that nice?
It's the punk weather forecast. It's spitting.
Yeah. It's I try to think of something. I can't think.
It's pissing, actually.
Okay, is that a good point to leave it on then, Anna? Do you have one more to finish us off
on? Yeah, go on then. It's the perfect time to be getting your bikinis on. No, it's not the Tory Autumn Conference.
Okay,
I can't believe it. I cannot believe it's snowing in the middle of January. It's no fucking winter. Are you for real?
Just a final update before they take me off the air. She took my best years. She took my best years from me. And now I'm left eating microwave biryani out of the packet, and Kevin has a boat.
Okay, I think we'll finish it then. We've got one very last quick game. The alphabet game.
Nice.
Okay, so that's the alphabet game. And Anna's video stayed on.
That was a miracle, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah. So I thought for this, what we're going to do, each of you say a sentence starting with one. So you're going to say a word starting with the next letter of the alphabet, and we're just going to go around and create a sentence. So things I find in my garden.
Are we not doing the sock thing?
Have people got socks? Do you want to do the sock puppet game instead?
I prefer this one.
I didn't have a sock.
Okay. No,
Come on, man.
I'm wearing a sock. I'm wearing a sock. But...
Okay, but I think we'll just. Right. Okay. Well, I think we'll just do the alphabet game for now, and then I'll show you what the alphabet looks like, just in case anyone doesn't know.
That's very informative.
That's actually the easy bit of the game that you've
It is, yeah.
It's pretty rogue that you went for the full caps alphabet.
I remember when I was teaching in Asia, and
every day.
I didn't know the alphabet, and I was writing it on the board, and all these Asian kids was writing it in their book. It was until I got back to Scotland that I wrote out the alphabet, and the teacher was like, "I don't think that's the right alphabet." I was like, "All right, no."
Okay, so we're going to start off with let's start with the letter G. Max, do you want to start off with just saying one word about some, and then we're just going to create a sentence about what you find in the gardens?
Gardening.
Who's next?
Should we go Peter, and then Anna, and then Mick?
So gardening.
Hose.
Is.
Jolly.
Knightly. No. What? K. King.
Lira.
Means.
Obviously.
What?
We missed the N.
It's
Oh, sorry.
The alphabet's right there.
I'm so glad you put that up. It's so useful.
You've got glasses on as well.
Simple. Where were we? Sorry. Means.
So I said means.
Yeah, never.
Open.
Packet.
Corn.
Really.
Seriously.
Top-tastic.
Undermines.
Verily.
When.
Xylophones.
Yap.
Zapping.
We'll just carry on until we get back.
Aeronautics.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that, Max?
I said aeronautics, but I still don't think this is garden themed at any point. But
It's not, I've got no idea what you're talking about now.
Yeah,
But we've
it is,
got
of
to
course it
somehow get.
I
Somehow
think
got to
we've
get
got
back
to
to
the
what
end of
G.
the sentence,
'Cause
haven't we?
Yeah,
It's been a lot of words.
yeah.
there's been a few semicolons in there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's idiomatic bulbs.
Yeah.
Nice, bringing it back. So should we end the sentence on bulbs?
No, I think we probably do. I think that's a good point to end it on, and then I'll just get rid of the alphabet. And then so we're just going to finish off. Have you got anything you want to plug?
Yeah.
I've got my laptop charger because it's.
Hey.
Come on!
I love that a household appliance that connects electricity. Sorry, that was a plug.
That was my joke.
I'm gonna.
That was
just
yeah.
go for it
What's
then,
just happened there?
The Matrix.
Yeah,
Go for
I'm going to be shameless about the plug. If you enjoyed my silly puns, I do a podcast called Saint Misbehaving, which is basically a history podcast but about saints, very much by people who are not, as you'll probably have gathered from what I've said so far. So yeah, if you like history and sort of theology from the point of view of an atheist, it's Saint Misbehaving. No, fuck. It's Saint Misbehaving, and that's available on all your favorite podcasting platforms.
Oh,
Okay, so it's basically that.
oh,
Yeah.
well done.
With no G at the end. Sorry.
Okay.
I think I would like to plug obviously the content that I put out on Facebook, because there's nothing that delights me more than putting in like an hour and a half's work to create a video that nobody wants to watch. or to do something on TikTok, you're like you put in
Then
so
definitely
much work.
don't get into podcasts. To be
And
fair.
some 8-year-old goes on and puts up a football video. But jokes aside, than that, I've nothing to plug out. Fucking social media is goosed unless you're a popular person. So, but I wish you all well in your podcast, and I've probably got no ambition to listen to a podcast. I tried Josh Whittaker coming out in the car, and I really like Josh Whittaker, and I sat and listened to it in the car, and I was like, oh man, I need to put on music. This is drivel. I'm sure your podcast is amazing, by the way.
No, fair enough. I mean, Josh Whittaker is a serious professional comedian, so if he couldn't impress you, then you'll probably be wasting your time with me.
As long as you enjoy it, that's the only thing. Do it for you. Do it for you.
Well, I haven't got anything of my own to plug, but I'll plug someone else's thing. So a friend of mine does a podcast that's about conspiracy theories. It's really fun, and it's probably more fun than the thing that you described that wasn't fun, based on the fact that it is fun. So you should go and listen to it. And it's called Cat's Cabinets of Curiosities. I'll put it in the chat so you can paste it in.
Oh,
it's really fun. She talks about fun things, but from a point of view of somebody that believes that the fun things are actually something deeper, like lizards, or the airport of Denver is in fact an evil hub for the world's evil.
So does she believe the conspiracies?
Do you know what? At this point, I'm not sure, and she's listening right now.
So, Kat, if you are watching, do let us know.
Yeah, have you been double jabbed, Kat? Have you been double jabbed? Then we'll know.
No, I just want to plug Farm Comedy Club, because it's Rome's only completely open mic, because there isn't a lot of open mic out here in Rome. They say it's open, but it isn't. There are a couple of groups and they're very cliquey. So it's Farm Comedy Club on Instagram and all over the fucking internet, basically.
Right.
And it's on hold at the moment because apparently there's some kind of virus going around.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
let's hope it's nothing serious that affects
Okay.
our day-to-day lives. But anyway,
Okay. And Catherine is saying she doesn't want 4G in her veins.
who does?
I thought it was 5G.
I'm about to say, yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Obviously, not around London part.
But
Because in
that
London,
means
it's all
that's one of those
5G.
extreme like anti-vaxxers where it's like, forget the 5G. I don't even want 4G.
I think that proves that Kat's obviously a conspiracy.
She's in there. She's deep on it.
Well, being curious would kill her. So
Oh yeah, she is correcting you, but it is 5G.
And she can look at a king.
Yeah, I must say.
And she has a master's in maths, so she should know numbers.
Oh, good. I must say, I don't want to have 5G in my veins. Last time I did that much cocaine, I passed out.
Hey. And on that note,
yeah, that's it. I think the only things I've got to plug. Denifals will be back here in a month's time. I think it's the 10th of August. I haven't got all the guests sorted as yet, but it will be another epic show. So do tune in if people want to watch. I think I'm doing a few various little online shows as well. I think Michael, you and I might be doing one when Kim chooses a new date for his show.
Yeah, Reckless Comedy.
Yeah. So that should be good. I think I'm doing one on tomorrow night as well. I think one of Colin Etch's shows. Yeah.
That's a nice one.
So just
I'm
just follow me on socials and you figure out what I'm doing, or just follow me in general. Because I do need to look like I'm popular.
Thanks.
15 or 16 stalkers following me around. It may be interesting at work.
It's you sound like Jesus with 3 friends. But I think just before I go, I wasn't going to come on tonight. I've had a pretty rough day, so it's been an absolute pleasure to obviously gig views and have a bit of laugh and stuff. So thank you so much to everybody.
Yeah, cheers.
Really fun.
That's what I like.
for organising it,
I think this is good to have great fun together and just write a few jokes together. So the other thing I should mention that East Midlands Comedy Writers, we're doing it online at the moment, but basically we're just getting together to do writing exercises. If people want to meet online on a Monday night, alternate Monday nights.
I'm starting to take this virus rumour seriously, all this online.
It's a possibility. I don't know. I mean,
if it was British, if the UK government could start taking it fucking seriously, that would be helpful.
It's another fucking conspiracy.
That is true. Say.
They don't treat politics seriously, so there's no chance.
Well, that's true.
No,
they're treating it very seriously as an opportunity to make loads of money for their friends.
Rental, send me the link for your.
Right. Okay. I think we'll just say goodbye to all the general public now. I'll play the end credits, and we can always talk a bit later on. So we actually got rid of the entire 2 viewers.
How much did they make?
Just move people away from the stream.
Oh, did Mick identify as a member of the public?